Hi everyone, so this video is a tutorial on how to create your database for your website. So basically, this is a client's website of mine. So we are offering a website design plus SEO packages to our clients. And I hope whatever login details that you find here will keep it to yourself and do not share to others as we want our privacy to be respected. And so this is cPanel. So cPanel is a hosting provider for basically if you are a business owner and you have so many clients with websites. uh, I think there are few that offering this kind of services, but for this client, we are using cpanel.net. It's a hosting service provider for businesses who wants to host all the websites in one platform. So, for example, we are offering, for example, we have like 300 clients or 100 clients, and we want to have one cPanel for all the clients so that it would be easier for us to manage, to create databases, to create email ads, to create the website name, all things on the back end part. So we are using cpanel.net. Usually, when you are creating a website and you're only availing a domain, so you're only allowed to create one database, one domain, and probably one hosting server and stuff like that. But for businesses, you can actually buy in bulk, like this one in cPanel, where we can host about up to 500 websites. So this is it. This is how you create a database. It's the same process. It's the same steps when you are creating on different hosting servers. They all have cPanels. Uh, it's just a different look or dashboard, but it will always have cPanel and it will always have MySQL database where you can create your own database for the website. So this is very easy, okay? So first, we're going to log into this cPanel account. I'll just pause the video first so you won't see my login details. Okay, so I'm already logging in and it's asking for security code. So we use Google Authenticator for all our security purposes. If you're not familiar with Google Authenticator, it's a it's an app to your mobile or probably on your Android phone or any platform, and you can actually make a code generator where you don't it's add more security to your website. So I have, for all my accounts and clients, I have a Google Authenticator to make sure that all our passwords and all our accounts are secured, are not being hacked by just anyone. So this is the website. This is the dashboard. This is the panel dashboard. uh, it may look different from the other hosting server, but they basically have all the same information and details. Like, for example, here they will always have email accounts, and they will have domains here, and they will have database, and this one here, file manager. So in creating a database, you need to go to your domain. What's your domain? What's the domain of your creating a website? So this one we are creating for specific client. I'm just going to find that client here, and it will redirect me to his own cPanel dashboard. And we're going to file manager. So if you have a same cPanel dashboard, you're just gonna look for the file manager. So all cPanel will have a file manager. You'll be familiar with it if you're creating your own website to a hosting server. Then you're going to public HTML. You just double click that one. And then we're going to find the wp-config.php. So this is a script here You just one click and then you click at the top, edit, and then it will open a tab asking you to edit. You just click to edit. And we'll open a tab. So while it's open there, so this is your code for the database. So while it's still open there, we're going now to create our own database. So you just go back to the dashboard in the other tab, and then you go MySQL database. And then from there, you can create your new database. So for this one, we're just generating any codes that we like. So for this one, I'm just gonna put 723. Uh, this our cPanel have already a pre-made website hosting, because when we have a client, we create their hosting domain name, and we generate our own hosting domain name. So this client have already its own hosting domain name. So we're just creating its database. So we're adding a number for each client to make them unique with each other, because we have about 300 clients, so we don't want to have duplicates. So that's why we're adding unique numbers for each client. And now I'm just gonna click create database. So it will give me this name of the database. So I'm just gonna save that one. Okay, and then I'm going back. And then down below, we need to create a user for that database. In order for us to use the database that we created, we need a user for that one. So this one here, I'm still going to use the same number just to give them similarity with each other, the database and the user. So the user will be the wait a second. I think I made a mistake here. Let me just go back and delete this one, okay? It's supposed to be, I'm just gonna rename it with WP. It's supposed to be have WP. Yeah, WP. So it's supposed to be that name. And then I'm going to create the user, which will be user and 723. I forgot we need to add user and WP for that. WP for WordPress and user is for the username. Just to give identification for each client. So this is user, and then we're going to generate password. So we usually do is about 18 characters for the password, and then it's gonna be a random letters and numbers. So we're going to generate random letters and numbers. So we're going to copy that one. And then I have copied and use password, then create username. So it will give us that username. Going back. Now we're going to add that username to our database. Okay, in order for us to log into our database, we need to add that user. So we're going to add, just click add. Remember, all cPanel will have the same dashboard for MySQL. So don't worry if if you will create a database in the future for your own website, you will find this on the MySQL under MySQL in your dashboard. Okay, so I'm just checking all the privileges here. We have the right username and the right database, and then I'm just gonna make changes and success. Then we go back. Now, after we created our database, our username for the database, we're going now to edit that certain codes here for the database. So what we usually do is we just copy the database name, You copy it here in the DB name skeleton. You just remove that one and replace with the database name. And this one here for the root, we're going to copy the username. So we're just going to replace the root with the username. And for the password, we just copy the password that we got. And we'll just save this, save changes. Okay, so that's how you create your database. And then we can close this window here and we can close that window there. And we're going back to the dashboard. Now, in order for us to check if our database is live, is we're going to the staging site. So what is your staging site? The staging site is where you are creating your website, but it's not live yet. It's in the staging process. So what we usually do for our clients, we have we've created a we're using a IP for our clients for their database for their staging, like what you're seeing now on my website. So I'm just replacing the name here. So for staging, it really depends on where you want to host your staging. You want to create like this one here. We're creating a the IP address, the local IP address, and then the website name. So that's basically means that this is not live yet, and no one can see this if they don't know what is the IP address. But if just an ordinary website, then you can just probably create it on the live page, on the live website, and you just put a website coming soon in front of your homepage. So we're going now to install the WordPress to our database. So this is, if you see this one on your staging site or on your live site, then that means you already created your database and it's live now. So this is a proof that we've made the correct database and it's live. So we're now creating a WordPress site. Okay, so we're just going to select English as a language. Site name, it could be any site name. Username, so my client already provided a username for this one and a password for this one too. And then the email ad, I usually use his own email ad. And install WordPress. Okay, so that's it. That means we already have a live website. So we're going to log in now to our WordPress. So our WordPress is already saved on our database that we just created under MySQL, right? Okay, so we can able to log in now. Yes. Like, now you're seeing the page. Now you're seeing the dashboard for WordPress, and it means we did it right for creating the database. So that's how you create a database on MySQL under the cPanel hosting or any hosting services. Okay? I hope you learned something new today and you can apply it in the future. If you're going to create your own website, you have now a procedure on how creating your own database. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching.